If I told you the measurement of a blue whale, and it was about 100 feet long, and you really don't have a reference to it in your mind, then you really don't understand how large a blue whale is. And here we have a megalodon. A blue whale is much larger than a megalodon. And when you see a blue whale and you see a megalodon next to each other, you're literally looking at a ratio, a visual representation of a ratio. But now, take a look at you. Well, this is a little bigger than you. This is 8 meters, which is an adult male human. And given these 3 creatures, the blue whale, the megalodon, the grown adult man, now you're looking at ratios of these 3 things together. The numbers on the bottom really don't mean much until you see the ratio of it with something else, how it relates to something else. Today's objective is for you to learn the following vocabulary words: unit ratio, per, and each. And we're going to do that within the context of shopping. When we go grocery shopping, there are lots of sales and scams and deals and coupons and lots of confusing stuff. Sometimes the price is advertised for 4 because the manager wants to encourage you to buy 4. Sometimes people assume the bulk price is cheaper, so they don't even look at the price per unit or per item. These are all marketing techniques to make you spend more money. Miss Brenner wants you to be savvy, a savvy shopper, and not get tricked. The best way to be a wise consumer is to look at the price per item, or with food, the price per ounce. So let's talk about avocados. The store advertises 8 avocados for $4. That means that 4 avocados should cost $2, and 2 avocados should cost $1, and 1 avocado should cost 50 cents. But that can't keep going on forever. I can't go to the store manager and say, oh yeah, I only got 25 cents. How much avocado can I buy? Like, can I get a half avocado? The store manager is probably going to kick me out. Like, no, you can't buy. There's certain things you can't cut in half. There's certain rules about shopping. So here is a double number line to show you the number of avocados and how much it cost. But there's a limit. There's a minimum limit. I can't buy anything less than 1 full avocado. And sometimes stores have a maximum. Like, I can't buy like 300 avocados. That's like the whole pallet. Like, they don't let you do that. So let's take a closer look at this number line. First, is it correct? Is this the right amount for dollars? Is this the right amount for avocados? Okay, yeah, so far we're good. Do 8 avocados cost $4? Okay, if that's right, then 4 avocados should cost $2. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure I made this chart right. Okay, now if I double the 8, that means that's 16. So 16 avocados should cost $8. Is this sounding right to you? Do all of these numbers kind of sound right to you? Now I need to think, what is missing from this double number line? Because I do not have the unit ratio on this double number line. See my 1 right there? If I start at the bottom line here, the avocados, I know that half of 2 is 1. So I wrote that 1 down and I'm on my way to getting a unit ratio. But then how do I know the number that it lines up with on the top? I mean, honestly, the same way. If I said half of 2 is 1, but now I have 4 on the top. So half of 4 is 2. So now I have the unit ratio for $1. I know how much I could buy with $1. I can buy 2 avocados for $1. But I don't have the unit ratio for avocados. So now I need to have a 1 there. So this is going to require a little bit of thinking too. So stick with me. Here we go. I look at the line for the avocados. What's between the 0 and the 2? A 1. Halfway between would be 1. So now I look at the bottom line and I say, what's halfway between 0 and 1? The unit price for 1 avocado is half of $1. What's the unit price for 1 avocado? 50 cents. Okay, so now you can see, I know it sounded kind of pretty confusing, but you're a kid and you're just learning how to do this. Most adults can do the math quick in their head and figure out if they're being scammed at the grocery store or not. And you're just learning one way to do the math today. A double number line is just one way. There's like a bunch of ways. Me, I kind of like equivalent fractions. It makes more sense to me. Let me show you what I mean. Same double number line, but I write it as a fraction. And it really doesn't matter which number's on top, which one is in the numerator, which one's the denominator, because I'm talking about ratios. If I look at 4/8, it's easier for me to see this in fraction form. And I can see that that is absolutely equal to 2/4. And that's perfectly equal to 1/2. Like, this makes so much more sense to me. And then I could just keep going. I know it used to make my teacher really mad when I put, see how I got like 0.5 over 1? I got like a fraction, or I got a decimal in a fraction. Like, that used to make my teacher just go crazy. It was pretty funny. But that's why I like equivalent fractions, because I like making my teacher crazy. And I said, I mean, all kidding aside, 0.5 over 1 is mathematically correct. It means 50 cents for 1. So the unit ratio means that one part of the ratio is the number 1, either the numerator's 1 or the denominator's 1. In other words, how much for 1? The word per means for 1. And you probably heard the word per in a lot of different sentences, you just didn't realize it. How many students in one classroom? How many books does every single student have? So take a look at this double number line. This is a completely different problem. This is the number of bottles and how much the bottles cost. Like, I don't know what kind of bottles, but that's irrelevant right now. I'm looking at this double number line, and I would say that 4 bottles cost $3. Do you see that? 4 bottles cost $3. So if I start from 4, I have to ask myself, how did I get to 8? Oh, 4 times what is 8? 4 times 2 is 8. So if 4 times 2 is 8, I multiply the top by 2. Then I can multiply the bottom by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, 3 times 2 is 6. So whatever I multiplied at the top, I got to multiply at the bottom. So if I'm trying out the unit ratio, I have to make one of the numbers 1. Do you see a 1 here? So how did I get from 4 to 1? Did I times something or did I divide something? Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. So if I divided the top by 4, I got to divide the bottom by 4. So what is 3 divided by 4? And that should give me the unit ratio. But what is 3 divided by 4? Okay, 3 divided by 4 is actually a lot easier than you think. 3 divided by 4 is 3/4. So in this example, 1 bottle would cost 3/4 of a dollar. And 3/4 is 3/4. So that's 75 cents. So the unit price for 1 bottle is 75 cents. But I don't have the amount per ounce, right? Now you're right. I can't just buy 1 ounce. I can't open the bottle in the store and drink 1 ounce and put the rest back. But knowing the price per ounce lets me not get scammed. And there's lots of tricks that advertisers use. Let me tell you about a few. One of the tricks advertisers use is making the bottle look larger than the ounces that are actually in it. What do you notice about this picture? One of the tricks that the advertisers use is changing the shape of the bottle so you think there's a different amount inside the bottle. You're going to have to calculate the unit ratio to not get scammed. Making the bottles less full, but keeping the bottle the same size and leaving the price the same is another trick. Some people are pretty easily tricked. Some companies even put a label around the bottle or the product, whatever it is, so you can't see where the level of it is. And the label covers up the amount that's inside. I don't want you to get tricked. Look at this advertisement from Target. The 50 cents, that part is awfully big, so it makes you think you can get all these things on the page for 50 cents. But look closely. It says here exactly how much you can get for 50 cents. You can get 24 crayons for 50 cents. You see what I mean? Say how much you're paying for each unit. Whether that unit is 2 sticks of glue or 1 pocket folder or 1 box of 24 crayons. I want you to be a really smart shopper, and that's why this lesson is so important. I don't want you getting scammed. I don't want you to buy more things than you intend to buy because you got tricked. I want you completely in control of your life and in control of your shopping. And that means you got to know what a unit ratio is. Today's objectives was for you to learn what a unit ratio is and the words per and each. And by the end of this lesson, I wanted you to become very skeptical about things that are on sale. I want you to be very precise in your calculations so you know what you're paying for. I want you to be very careful with your money. And I want you to practice this math until you are very confident so you can do it as an adult when you're shopping. I mean, next time you go to Target, look around for the people who are carrying around a calculator or the ones who are just throwing stuff in their cart willy-nilly. I want you to be the smart one. And that's it for this video. You can now do all the papers in your packet that have to do with unit ratios. And now you got to say, hey, Mom, we got to go to Target right now because I got to do some homework at Target, okay? All right, have a good day, and I will see you probably at Target. All right, bye.